What happens when a manager watches his team get dominated all season, then tries to convince everyone the gap isn't that wide? Aaron Boone just delivered one of the most eyebrow-raising takes of the MLB offseason, and Blue Jays fans need to hear what the Yankees skipper really thinks about Toronto's 2025 dominance. Stick around, because this story reveals exactly where the rivalry between these AL East powerhouses stands heading into 2026. Hello, Jays Nation. Welcome to Jays Quick News, your go-to spot for the latest Toronto Blue Jays updates. Today, we're breaking down Aaron Boone's surprisingly bold comments about the Blue Jays at the winter meetings in Orlando, and trust me, you'll want to hear every word of this. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss breaking Blue Jays news. Aaron Boone stepped up to the microphone at baseball's winter meetings on December 8th and delivered a message turning heads across baseball. When asked about the gap between the Yankees and Blue Jays after Toronto's dominant 2025, Boone stated, "We ended with identical records last year. I don't want to discount that they kicked our ass, don't take it out of context. I would say the gap is small. We had the exact same record." He acknowledged Toronto's run. They were a great team, an eyelash from a world championship. They proved to be the better team, and hopefully we can close that gap. When pressed on how, Boone delivered this gem. Playing better against them is the real simple answer. Brilliant, Aaron. Why didn't anyone think of that? Just play better. Revolutionary. Here's the thing that makes Boone's comments so fascinating, and let's be honest, a little delusional. The numbers tell a story way beyond identical records. Yes, both finished 94-68, and Boone clings to that stat like a life raft. But the Blue Jays owned the head-to-head matchups, and in baseball, that's what matters. Toronto went 8 to 5 inches the regular season, securing the AL East title and home field advantage. At Rogers Center, the Blue Jays went 8 to 1 with a staggering 75-41 run differential. The Dome became the Yankees' house of horrors. Boone can talk about identical records, but when you're getting outscored by 34 runs at your opponent's building, that stat becomes meaningless. Then came the ALDS. Toronto eliminated New York 3-1, outscoring them 34-19. The Blue Jays were, as Boone admitted, on fire against us throughout the playoffs. In 17 total games, 13 regular season and 4 playoff contests, the Blue Jays proved they had the Yankees' number at every turn. That's not a small gap, that's domination. What's interesting is Boone's position. He has the most talented Yankees roster in his 8-year tenure, yet he's tied with Mike Hargrove for most playoff games managed without winning a World Series. The Yankees have gone 16 consecutive seasons without a championship, their third longest drought ever. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays just made their first World Series since 1993, falling short against the Dodgers in Game 7. When Boone says the gap is small, that takes serious confidence or denial. The contrast is stark. While Boone talks about closing gaps, the Blue Jays signed Dylan Cease to 7 years, $210 million, their biggest free agent deal ever. They're pursuing Kyle Tucker, who visited their facility December 4th. The Yankees? They re-signed Ryan Yarbrough, $2. $5M, picked up Tim Hill's option, and gave Trent Grisham a qualifying offer. That's the master plan from a manager who thinks the gap is small. Main content block 4, looking forward. Boone's comments reveal a manager maintaining confidence while acknowledging uncomfortable truths. The Yankees had impressive numbers, 274 home runs led MLB. Plus 1.64 run differential topped Toronto's plus 7.7, better ERA at 3.91 versus 4.19. But while Yankees talk about running it back with Garrett Cole's return, the Blue Jays are in full attack mode after nearly beating the Dodgers in Game 7. Toronto won 54 home games, second in MLB, went 27-20 inches one-run games, and has Vladimir Guerrero Jr. locked up, 14 years, $500 million. His postseason was spectacular. 442 average, 6 homers, 1.44 OPS. Now they're hunting Kyle Tucker, who visited their facility December 4th. Land him with Dylan Cease, and Boone's gap becomes insurmountable. The AL East runs through Toronto. Bottom line, Aaron Boone believes the Yankees are closer to the Blue Jays than their 2025 dominance suggests, but the scoreboard tells a very different story. When you get outscored 34-19 inches a playoff series and lose 8 of 13 regular season matchups, that's not a small gap, that's a massive canyon. And his brilliant solution? Playing better against them. Genius-level coaching right there, folks. What do you think, Jays Nation? Is Boone in complete denial about how far behind the Yankees really are? Or do the Pinstripes actually have a point buried somewhere under all that confidence? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed watching us break down Boone's masterclass in wishful thinking, smash that like button, subscribe to Jays Quick News for all your Blue Jays coverage, and hit the notification bell so you're first to know when we drop the next video. Let's go, Blue Jays!